We have producer FP of FP Records, and we have Valerie as we get to discuss much more on how we can make the best of the content that we create in terms of music, and equally how best we can get to moderate this content, that it would be good for consumption for the people who are listening to it out there. And before we went for break, we're just trying to sort of gauge the differences that we witness in some of these recording labels that we have. And I wanted to ask producer FP to sort of expound more on what makes the difference then when one is under a label and when one is under, a management that is watching their move pretty well. Because most of these wasanis that you see wakidish out mamziki huku nje, sometimes, by the way, follow them, utasikia hata mtu hayuko under label yoyote. They just got a producer, wakacheza mziki, and that's it. So we've seen some level of discipline on artists who are under a label, artists who are under some level of management. Do you want to say then that some of these managements take charge in understanding the content, they scrutinize the content, they sit down and make it a serious business? So by the time this music is out, then it is music that is worth listening to.
I cannot say management, but I can say it's an artist. Kuna artists wengine hata hapa Kenya, they are good. Awako kwa any label, but they are doing good music. It's not about management. Hata hizo label, it's rare kupata maybe msee mwenye anaangalia wasanii and kuangalia muziki yao. Ni artist mwenye, they compete na good music.
We mentioned about Wasafi, and
yes,
we see competition within themselves. We see the competition that is there with the rest of the world.
Yes.
And a couple of times you've heard them say, sometimes unacheza mziki, sometimes unaandika wimbo, unapeleka kwa management, unapeleka kwa team, inakataliwa mara kama 20. By the time they say now, okay, yes, this can hit the airwaves.
It's true. But just like I said, it's not necessary uwe kwa label. Wewe mwenyewe kama msanii, you can write good music by yourself.
Yeah.
Having, considering the society and the people who are going to listen to your music. It's not necessary. Kama wewe unaandika music mbaya, hata ukienda kwa label, maybe kwa management, the least they can do maybe ni kukataa wimbo wako. But if you have good music, still you can produce it. Na itapendwa na watu.
True to it, and anyway, we've seen some of these individual wasanii, and they do a very good job in terms of the kind of music that they get out there. Coming to you, DJ Alpha, and you play a lot of genres of music, you play every kind of music out here. Unajua wasanii wa kitambo, unajua wasanii wa sahi. Do you sort of feel like the current generation is getting the support that it needs? And also the wasanii that were there back then, are they maintaining the virtues and the values of music as it stands today?
They just do it there by themselves.
Yeah.
Then the older generation, let's say Nameless, Wahoo, Big Pin, they just, I don't know what's going on with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is a sad thing. Our Saidi wasanii.
By
the way, wasanii a couple of times wame complain. Wanasema one, amchezi wimbo zetu nyinyi ma DJ. Two, these old artists are not nurturing us to the level that we'd want. They are not supporting us. They do not even want to do collabs. In fact, what they want is that they want to do collabs with other good artists abroad and all that. It's good to expand yourself. It's good to, sort of fly high. But then again, it's also important that you raise these people down there. And I think that is what we've seen also with the likes of Wasafi. I mean, having done very well as an artist, Diamond is trying his level best to pull other people up. And I think that makes his star shine. And of course, that would translate to what we see in comedy today. Churchill has done a great job towards just pulling some of these artists from down. And his star shines even more. I don't know why we do not embrace this aspect where when you light one candle or somebody else's candle, then yours shines brighter. But then again, that aside, music is not just the artist. Music is everything that is incorporated, the video and all these things that we see today. The vixens that are... Do you sort of feel like, again, are we looking down upon our girls, our boys, such that we give them characters in videos that are heartbreaking? Sometimes it's a character that you play because you want the money, but you don't even want your mom to watch that video as a vixen and all that. Have we looked down upon the values and the virtues and the respect that we had for our very own women?
Linda, video vixen ni kazi.
Ni kazi.
Yeah, ni kazi kama ile nyingine. Lakini sasa utafanyaje? You have to
Yeah.
I have a friend yuko Grandpa Records. Ni msupu kila kitu, ana kila kitu.
Yeah.
Lakini sasa nikamuuliza, mtoi wako huwa anakuwatch kwa TV? Akasema, Val, I have to pay my bills. Mtoi ndio nafaa kumshughulikia, nitafanya nini?
Right.
Na kama tuseme hiyo Wasafi imemkubali kufanya nini, atafanya nini? Si atakubali tu.
True.
Yeah.
Wow,
Ni kazi.
Well, that's heartbreaking. FP, when you're recording this video, I want to believe, okay, well, I stand corrected, that most of the times as a producer, you call the shots. You decide the locations. You say, this is a good location for this song, this is not. Okay, well, msanii at some point anaweza kuwa na idea, but mostly the biggest role that is played by the producer. So why do you get to that point where you give this, I don't want to say obnoxious scenes, and you know, that portray a different picture of what we would expect as a society?
Well, first of all, I don't know much about visual production.
You're doing the audio, yes.
But if
is it audio that dictates what we're going to see?
Not actually. Visual is so powerful than audio. For instance, your song, I don't know Walambezi or what. The pictures are more stronger than the message.
The message, yeah.
So, if producers to be blamed, I can say maybe visual producers. They have to also to write a good script and to advise this artist. Kwa sababu msanii akileta song kwako lazima usikize and then you write a script. You don't have to write a script yenye itaathiri jamii.
Yeah.
Italeta some of questions. So video producers lazima waandike script poa.
I do.